Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be looking at the racing today on the Fairview Poly track, today the 15th of June. Welcome to Outside of Genie. If you want to get this video every day, you can subscribe. Just hit the subscribe now button, ring the bell, and you'll be receiving this video every day. We also post this video every day on Twitter. You can follow us on Outside of Genie. And here are our contact details: 0835855133. And we do offer a subscription services. I'll tell you now what the subscription offers. Now we can give you package 1, which is for 2 months, July and August. Normal value $12.50, now only $500. Reminder of May plus 3 months, July, August, and September. Normal value $750, now only 700 Rand. And then the mother of all packages till the end of December, normal value 3,250, now only 1,300 Rand. So what do we offer? We offer you you give 2 best bets of the day, or top bets. We don't give you odds on. We've had some of our winning bets, top bets, one as high as at 6 to 1. We give you 2 value bets, normally between 5 to 1, 6 to 1 and better. 3 daily all to come, top all to come, value all to come, and outside all to come. The outside all to come doesn't win often, but you will all sometimes the horses place at good odds, and so you can then play that for a each way double. Then we give you race by race selections. We give you our outright winner. That is the horse that we think will win at any price. We've given him as high as 53 to 1. The other day, again, the horse's name escapes me. I gave you a 53 to 1 winner as an outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections. Yeah, it was Impressive Duchess. I remember now. Impressive Duchess. I think the price was 25 to 1. I gave her as an outright winner. We also give you boxed exacta selections, and our exactas are very popular. You know, we sometimes win 3 to 4 per meeting, and when both our outsider selection runs first and second, then they pay well. Recently, we had one that paid 290 Rand. Then we give you suggested trifectas and quartet selections, and we have had quartets pay out huge amount, 17,000. The other day I gave you a quartet for 24 Rand box. It paid 11,000. And then we give you affordable PA for 64 Rand every day. And then also we give you now free pick sixes every day. And they normally between 96 to 130 Rand for 1%. And then you give you a 1 for 5%. And then we a pick six that we build around our top and value bets for 100%, which you can then take what percentage you want. Jackpot players, they can just use the middle legs of the pick six for their jackpot selections. You will receive this every day on a sheet like this on a paid WhatsApp group. So everybody can either use it as is, or you can print it out. But this sheet contains all the information that we give you, the all to comes, the selections, the daily value base, bets, pick six selections. So let's move on now to the racing, where we're racing from Fairview. And the first race is off at 12:30. It's a maiden plate. Let's have a look there quickly. Over 1,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Race 1, number 5, the Black Minx 7 to 10. Sunny Quinn 15 to 4. Own Your Fate 9 to 2. Ruby Woo 9 to 2. Forbidden Affair 12 to 1. Constador 40 to 1 and 70 to 1. Kiss Me at the Gate. Now here in race 1, we got a 7 to 10 favorite, Black Minx. And surely I do believe this horse has got a chance today. I'm thinking it's got a very good chance. But myself, I like the looks of number 6, Ruby Woo. You know, Ruby Woo, when she ran here in Gauteng, I always thought, you know, she's going to win a race soon. And she run some decent races, not beaten far. But now the fact is, she's getting 57.5 minus 2.5, so she is only carrying 55, whereby the other horses is carrying 60, and 5 kilograms can make a difference. And not that I say the black minks can't win. I mean, the black minks can win, and I'm wondering if this is not a family from that good horse of Alan Greef. What's her name? World something. The name escapes me now. But so my first selection is number 6, Ruby Hood. I think maybe this could hardly by a Fort Wood, by Fort Belegua, by Fort Belega, who is by Fort Wood, might maybe like the Polly. And from draw 1, certainly, I think this horse is going to be up there. So that is my selection. My outsider selection is races numbers 2 and 3. And now Sunny Quinn also has got some useful form here in Gauteng. And yeah, he's by Great Britain. He's got speed by a signal tap me, which I don't know. But also has got some nice speed drawn for Louis Makwatsa, for Joan Nel. You can see he's got a very good strike rate. You've got then 39, 12 wins out of 39. So that gives you a strike rate of over 50%. That's not bad. So watch out for that. So that's my other outsider selection. And then obviously number 1, I Your Fight did improve last time and can also be involved when the photos are taken. Then we move to race number 2, where the betting is as follows. Number 1, Joe Loves, 19 to 10. Denshu, 33 to 10. Sea Island, 11 to 2. Showtime Baby, 13 to 2. 13 to 2. Sandra, Host of Angels, 10 to 1. 14 to 1. Ranatonga, 16 to 1. Shahidi, 20 to 1. Bold Leo. Now, here the favorite is number 1, Joe Love, which the last run was just too good, you know, was just too bad. But I'm not going to put my fate in her hands again. And it might even be that this horse doesn't like the Polly. So until there's improvement, I'm going to pass this one by. Not that I say it cannot win, but yeah, that run was really a bad run. She was there and she just died. The last 200-300 meters, she was gone. Although it's shorter now, but the pace is going to be faster, which I'm not sure whether that will suit her. So my first selection here is, again, ex-Terry horse, Sea Island. Now, Sea Island has also run against some useful horses. Here you've got Queen Bomi. Queen Bomi is a reasonable horse. And I think Lucy in the Sky have been placed after this. And this Unkumazi also. Yeah, it is already a 4-year-old, but drawn 5. And I think this horse is going to run a huge race today on the Polly, number 6, Sea Island. Then for outsiders, I'm going for number 3 and number 2 again. And that's a coincidence, I must say. Showtime Baby has been running places on the Polly. Out of 8 races, has been placed 5 times. Course and distance 5 runs, 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. Again, Louis Makotswa. And for Tara Lang, that doesn't happen often, but he is riding well. So Showtime surely has got a chance. And then number 2, Sunda, Jacques van Vieren, ex-Paul Pieter horse. Did run well last time out on the Polly. And yeah, can follow up from, but just a little bit wide on the draw. But nicely bred by this, the mare is Azabu Park, where, yeah, this mare has thrown quite a few nice runners in the time. This horse has shown speed in Gauteng, and definitely a horse that can be involved when they take the photos. And then again, number 1, well, obviously I've spoken to number 1. And then another horse you can perhaps look at is number 9, Dericho is a 2-year-old. Has run well last time out, over 1,200 meters. Also a candidate for first place today. And then number 8, Ranatonga in your quartet, just flows this in. I've got a feeling that this horse can improve from here. Maybe a nice one for the back end of your quartets and trifectas. Then we get to race 3, which is a no limits maiden plate over 1,300 meters, where the betting is as follows. Number 3, Jaspero 18 to 10, Aquazine 19 to 10, Excelsior 19 to 10, 11 to 2, Maghlabeni 16 to 1, and better the rest scratch number 5. Now, when they bet so close to each other at the top, then there's something wrong with the betting. My first selection here is number 4, Excelsior, Lyle Hewitson on board. This horse is also ex-Cape Town horse, has shown some speed, now putting it over the 1,300 meters, has run against horses like Benjamin, Happy Aristocrat, Jamal. I think they're going to be great horses in their time. Last time out over the 1,600 meters was there, but just faded over the last bit. And I'm thinking that today, Lyle Hewitson is going to have this horse up there, and they're going to be find hard to beat number 4, Excelsior. For outsider selection, I just one outsider selection. That's number 2, Mtlabeni. This horse, I think, in the poly, watch out for him, Louis Makotso again. And this horse can improve maybe for the back end of your quartets. Then also we have a look at number 3, Jaspero. Marco van Rensburg. Gavin Smith easily can run 1-2 here. Also, that has shown some form on the poly. Has run 3 times for the 2nd and the 4th. And Jaspero could also be standing in number 1 box after the race. But my selection, number 4, Excelsior. Then we move on to race number 4, where the betting as follows. Number 2, in between Dreams 5 to 2, Shiana 5 to 2, Bend Not Break 4 to 1, Latifa's Queen 5 to 1, Queen Louise 7 to 1, Pearl of Africa 12 to 1, 20 to 1, and better the rest. So here race 4, my selection is number 5. This horse has been knocking on the door for a long time now. Already had 16 races, a few places, but ran a very good race last time out behind Sophia Jewel. Over this course and distance, has run 4 times for the 2nd and 2/3, and I'm thinking of Richard Fourie today. This horse is going to have a huge chance winning this race. Corsage has won again after that, so that form has been proven a good form. So I think today is going to be Siana's day. Outsider selections, I'm going for number 1, which is Bend Not Break. It's not a big outsider. I think it's 9 to 4 to 1. But I'm also looking for this Irish import to improve. Maybe to the poly, Lyle Hewitson on board. Certainly not a horse that you can leave out of your calculations. And then number 3, Latifa's Queen. Also a maiden that's been around now for 12 races. Now and then runs a decent race, maybe back end of your quartets and selections. Then we move on to the next race, which is race number 5, the Pinnacle Stakes Class B, Ausmeer 94. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Marmara C, 60 to 10. Sailing Lizard, 33 to 10. 13 to 2, 11 to 2, Barberton Silver. Encryption, 6 to 1. Rockalow, 8 to 1. Northwold, Pine 10. American Landing, 16. Thomas Tucker, 20 to 1. I'm pretty sure that today, Thomas Tucker won't beat Marmara C again. I don't know what happened that day. That horse, I mean, this horse came out and he was just kept on rolling from the start. I couldn't capture Lyle Hewitson on board, shoot jockey. Then he comes down in a C division, 77, 70 lengths behind, and they don't even hold an inquiry about either of the 2 runs. So yeah, it's just racing, but I'm sure this horse won't finish in front of Marmara Z again. That's for sure today. And I think this is who's got a strong chance. But the problem is, in his last 2 runs, he was slow away on both occasions. And that worries me a bit, but I think with Richard Fourie on board today, he rode him 2 runs back over the 1,400 meters, and he just ran out of his state. And I think today over the 1,600 meters, 4 runs, 3 wins, and a third. I think today this horse is going to be do good for this field. Therefore, for outsider selections, I'm looking at number 3, Barberton Silver. Also a horse who has run well, but the distance might just be a little bit short. But the horse is running fresh, has got a champion jockey on board, and can be maybe the biggest opposition to the favorite. And also number 5, Sailing Lizard, won 4 races in a row, and then ran 4th behind Thomas Tucker and Mamara C was just in front of him. Mamara C was carrying 62 again. Sailing Lizard was carrying 59.5. Today is 1.5 kilograms better. So that will most probably bring him closer to Mamara C. Sailing Lizard, so definitely a horse that you need to put into your play here, Sailing Lizard today. Then we move on to the next race, which is race number 6. Which is a Phyllis Amir 64 handicap over 1,000 meters, class D, average mean rate at 64. And here the betting is number 1, All Things Nice, 16 to 10, 53 to 10, Angel Bouquet, Galactico, 6 to 1, 7 to 1, Old Glory, Val Gardena, 7 to 1, Elusive Jet, 10 to 1, Elusive Diva, 14 to 1, 25 to 1, Cinderella Beautiful, scratch number 8 sider. Now here in this race, the number 1 horse here is a 2-year-old carrying 60.5, and I've seen so many times in my life that for a 2-year-old, and it's a filly, carrying 60.5 against hard knocking handicappers sometimes is just too much. And I've got a feeling that this is going to be too much for this horse. I won't be rushing to take that odds at 16 to 10. Definitely not. Last week I did give Angel Bouquet, but now Angel Bouquet surely is going to get a penalty. He's going to carry more weight. So therefore, my first selection in this race, although I like Angel Bouquet, but I think, with the weight, it's going to be a different story, and also up in class a little bit. My selection is here, number 7, Val Gardena. Now, Val Gardena won his maiden last time, but the race after that didn't run a bad race, rolled in 5 lengths behind. But I'm just thinking that this filly is better than a form. She ran some relatively here and there a good race. Yes, she was beaten by Madame Seville, but Madame Seville won after that again. And I'm just got a feeling that today this horse is going to put up a good performance. Richard Fourie on board. And then also outsider selection number 3, Elusive Giant. Also a horse that is there and thereabouts. Last time out was beaten by Natural Jade, but today the distance is a little bit shorter. And then there's another horse that I want to point out to you that you must not leave out of your calculations. And that is number 6, Old Glory. Number 6, Old Glory, has been running against 2-year-olds, but any horse that wins its first race, and she won her first race by 5.25, after that ran 3rd, and now in a handicap, but only carrying 57.5. I'm sure that this horse is going to be a contender in this field today. So it definitely needs to be included in all of your play, Old Glory. And then here's obviously number 1 I've spoken about. So let's move on to race number 7. Which is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,000 meters, class B, average mean rate at 98. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Viking Moon 9-10, Wolfgang 4-1, What a Winter 5-1, La Bella Mia 8-1, Big Bay 10-1, and longer, and 12-1, Nashville and Sullenberger 25-1. Now, my first selection is number 1, Viking Moon. He is the best weighted, and over this course and distance, 2 runs, one win in a second, distance 4 runs, 3 wins. I think it will be hard to beat. Last time out, I think the 1400 meters was just too far. Now back to his favorite distance. But I think his biggest opposition is going to come from Wolfgang, who won by 7 lengths last time out. And I think has lost to Viking Moon. Viking Moon was carrying 62 and Wolfgang was carrying 58. And today, Viking Moon was carrying 62 again. But the thing is, I do think that Wolfgang might have, improved from that. And last time out, won by 7 lengths. Very easy winner on the poly. The run before that was on the turf, but his poly runs are very good. 3 runs, a first, a second, and a third. So I do think Wolfgang can be the biggest opposition here. And then also number 4 is What a Winter, also from the Jean Nel stable, as is Wolfgang, has also been running well, but was beaten by Wolfgang last time, by Viking Moon last time that I met. And and he's getting a little bit less weight, but I'm not sure if this horse can be the stable companion and number 1. And the horse that I was looking for earlier, the horse World Raider, which I said I think that it was half brother or sister to this horse. Where is it now? No, I can't find it again. Sorry, guys, I can't remember. Remember, I said that I think this horse was our brother or sister to a good horse, and that was World Raider that I was thinking of. So this is then race number 7. Let's move on to the last race, where we have measured 80 handicap, 1300 meters, Class C, average merit rating 79. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Catalyst 17-10, Scarpa Fair 15-4, 11-2, Atkinson Grinshaw, 6-1, Oscar Wilde, Natural Jade 7-1, Dive Captain 11-1, 12-1, Beneficiary Sheila Lyle 18-1, 33-1, Dolphin, and 14-1, Eloquent Jack, scratch number 6. And here in last is my choice is number 9, Natural Jade. This horse has won her last 2 races really well, although in a little bit lower division than she's running today. But the thing is, she won so well that, I think she's just going to go to the front again and say, listen, guys, come and fetch me. And that's the way she likes to race. So here, my number 9 horse for outsiders, I'm looking at number 2, which is Dive Captain, the stable companion, who also ran a nice race last time out behind Blossom. And I do think that the 1300 will suit. And that was also in a little bit stronger competition. That was on a B86, now down to a C79, Dive Captain. And my other outsider selection, and it's not because they're stable companion, but Sea Lai. Sea Lai also, I think, is a horse that is much better suited to the poly than to the turf. And I'm looking for this horse who's drawn 11 to run on strongly. Surely a horse you need to put in the back end of your quartets and trifecta selections. And then we look at the number 1 horse, which is the favorite, Celtilus. I think this is also a fair sort, nicely bred, has won on the poly and on the turf. Last time out was beaten in a future, Richard Fourie, but from draw 10, And I'm thinking just he might just find that he's been running off his feet, but from that draw might just not be able to get to the front runners. So that brings us to the end of our preview. I hope I could point you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.